to start carrying these inks in the shop here soon, so I'm trying to make swatches and figure out what colors I'm going to start with. How's everybody doing today? Taking it easy, hopefully. It's almost the end of the week. Hopefully you guys are taking it easy. Halfway through the year, but it seems like it's been a long one. I'm enjoying the look of my paper towel more than I am my book. Do any of you guys use inks in your work? I was for a while, and then I kind of got out of it, and then I kind of fell back into it and decided I'm going to start carrying these in the shop because I really like these. So I ordered one of every single color my supplier had, which is 235 of them. What number is this? 134. And I'm going to pick a few. I know I want to do a line of earth tone pastels, like lighter colors. But beyond that, I haven't really decided which direction I'm going with them. You guys have a preference on what you work with? And give me some ideas to go off of. This one is really pretty. It's really light pink. Part of me wants to go get a white tumbler and clean off my brush on the tumbler, so I'll have a cool looking tumbler when I'm done. That is not the right lid. This one would be really pretty for a pastel floral. I'm taking notes as I go. You guys are quiet today. You know what? I didn't realize you guys can't see all of this. I just have rubbing alcohol in my pen. Oh, there we go. Grabbing the wrong lid. You can't put on the right lid. You guys creating anything interesting these days? Seen a lot of really cool tumblers out today being posted. Very inspirational. Definitely makes you want to get out there and start working on stuff. It is a lot of inks. I'm going to start carrying them in the shop, so I ordered one of every color from my supplier. So I'm swatching them so I can kind of figure out which ones that I want to order. I'm just going to start with like maybe two or three lines of inks and expand from there. I'm really enjoying these light pinks. These are all alcohol inks, yes. Well, these I actually ordered from my supplier. I'm going to start carrying them in the shop. So I ordered one of every color that they make. So I'm going to go through and swatch them and kind of figure out which ones that I'm going to carry. I kind of want to do something different. I don't want to do something that's already been done. I want something different, unique, and inspiring, motivating, everything at the same time. So I'm kind of looking to see what speaks to me as I swatch them. I was thinking about doing a monotone line, just a line of a series of grays, like a kind of gradient, dark to light of just gray. I thought that would be neat. I don't think I've seen that yet, and grays can be so simple but so beautiful. How are you swatching them? I have a pen here. It's a Jane Davenport pen, but you can get them, they're watercolor pens. But I just filled mine with alcohol ink instead of water. So I just kind of tip the bottle over and put the tip in there so it absorbs some of it, and just swatch it on my paper. Thanks. I was actually gonna order like a resin mold with a bunch of tiny little circles or something, and then I don't know, my brain started working. I have several of these little pens, really useful. I just lost them. The monotones. See, I'm really wanting to do it, but I don't know how much interest there's going to be in gray. So if you like them, that means maybe I'm heading in the right direction. But there's so many grays. Like, let's see if I can get the camera to go this way. At the bottom of the screen, everything from here all the way to here, these are all grays. Warm grays, cool grays, green grays, blue grays. Like, there's so many of them. So I have so many options. Black, whites, and grays. So maybe I will go with that then, because I liked the idea. I just didn't know if anybody else would like the idea. I'm kind of boring sometimes in my design, so I don't know if my ideas will go over well with everyone else. But I love grays. That's true. They are very versatile. In some colors, like as I'm swatching them, I'll, because you know how sometimes you water down your colors with rubbing alcohol? I don't know if you've noticed with some colors when you do that, they tend to discolor and get this weird green hue in certain lights. So as I'm swatching them, I'm kind of pushing alcohol ink out to kind of test that theory. And some of them, I know from that, I'm not going to use. So that kind of helps too. But there's so many. I'm working my way through them. I'm going to go live again tonight to work on a 90s tumbler, a 90s template tumbler. Similar to the one that's on my profile now that I did earlier this week. But I have an order for one, and it has MTV on the 90s tumbler that I did as one of the little icons. But they want it with BET, so I'm going to redo it again tonight for them, which is an 8-hour tumbler, so that would be fun. I have painted 2 houses inside and out gray, white, and black trims. See, I like that. I don't think I've ever seen black trim in a house, but I am all for some black, so that sounds awesome. What am I doing? I ordered one of every color alcohol ink from my supplier. So now I'm going through and swatching them so I can figure out what colors I want to carry in the shop. pops. I bet it does. I was so happy because we just bought this house like, when we buy it last April last year. And I've always played it safe with colors in the house because you're renting. And I got mine, and I have like, my kitchen is red, my living room is a deep navy, my bedroom is a dark teal. Like, I was so excited I can actually pick color, like bold color. But black trim sounds freaking awesome. Should have taken photos. Yes. It's okay, you can always redo it. You can always redo it. Before we even moved in here, I took pictures from the listing of the house online, and I put it into Procreate, and I basically painted the whole house in Procreate so I can kind of see what colors that I wanted before I even moved in here, because I'm impatient and I have to do things like that. So you could probably recreate it with your current house maybe and kind of see how you like it again. I'm really liking these two colors. For the earth pastel line, I think these would be really pretty actually. These kind of seem like regular pastels though. Maybe not earthy pastels? I'll figure it out. My cat's back there meowing. She wants in my son's room. I guess he's not having her shit today. Can you guys hear her? She wants in there so bad. Usually she does that because she wants in here. I actually have my door open for a change. Usually I have my dog in here with me to keep the cats out. Melina, hush. Come here. Be quiet, kitty. All these colors together are really pretty. I ordered these from my supplier overseas. I'm going to pick, that's what I'm trying to swatch these for. I'm going to pick a lot of these and start carrying them in the shop. So if you have like a certain color or line of colors that you've been wanting but can't really find, let me know because I will take that input. These are more like traditional pastels, sort of earthy pastels, but I don't know, they're really pretty. I will always take suggestions if you're looking for something. So I have, I don't know if I can angle my phone that way, but glitter, with a shit ton of glitter over here. I'm trying to get a good variety of everything in the shop, so right now I'm trying to get some inks in here. But I do the templates for the tumblers. There's a spot on the website actually to submit like template ideas that I can do, because a lot of times I don't have ideas, so I'll go there and I'll make the ones that you guys want. A lot of my templates came from there actually, from you guys, your suggestions. Same with glitter. Let me know if there's something that you want but you can't find, if I can get it in. $163. Last one was $147. They just skip over all the numbers over here. I have to figure out which grays I want, man. There's so many different grays. Warm, cool, blue, green. And looking at them, looking at the caps of them, they don't look like they have a hue, but when you actually look at the ink, all the ink has a hue. And for me, monotone doesn't have any kind of blue tint or green tint. It's just watered down black. So I don't know. That's going to be a hard one for my OCD to finalize. At least I am past the halfway mark. Ow. These are some sturdy bottles. That much I can say. They're really nice. Oh, these are not, these I just ordered from my supplier so I can sample them all and kind of figure out which ones I want to get in the shop. These are not, they would not be a personal supply if it wasn't for that. I don't have that many inks. Well, I didn't before this. Do now, but trying to figure out which ones I'm going to carry. I know I want some pastels and I know I want some grays. That much I do know. What is this? 67. What brand? These are I ordered from my supplier overseas, so they're not branded, they're just samples. But I am going to carry them in the shop here soon. That's what I'm doing all these swatches for. Trying to figure out which ones I'm going to carry. Is there any like colors or anything that you're looking for but can't find? Because I am taking all the opinions in. Me too. It's very helpful. And with this this company, I've noticed the colors are pretty true to like the caps. Like this one, for example. They're pretty close. And that I appreciate. I wonder if they use the dyes for, you know, doing the lids. Looking to expand your supplies. It's always a good thing to do. Keep that variety. Are you looking for anything specific? What company? To be honest with you, even if I wouldn't be able to pronounce it because it's a supplier overseas. I'm not sure of the company name offhand. It's something in Chinese. I like this green. 171. I really like this green. I have to put notes on this one. Okay, I'm shopping. If you're on my website, there is a code INSPIRE. I never took the code. I never made it inactive, so it's still active. It'll give you 10% off. 171. Okay. It's a lot of inks. They're just samples that I ordered. I'm going to start carrying them in the shop, so I'm kind of going through and figuring out which ones that I want to order in bulk. No, I need that. I need, where am I at? 72. But it is a lot. They were supposed to send me 216, and I don't know how, but they sent me 235. I don't have any duplicates, so I don't know. I don't know what they did. But hey, I'll take it. Ew, this is really pretty. I need more light over here. Maybe that'll help. I feel like my hand is just casting a shadow. This is like the perfect mint green right here. It's really pretty. It is a lot. Once I start working with these, I'm going to lose my mind because I'm not going to know which one I want to grab. In the process of making a similar chart really are so useful. Very, very useful. I took these little coin capsules and did something similar with my glitter and put all my glitter in little coin capsules, so it's easy to kind of like throw them around and figure out, you know, color combinations and stuff for projects. That's what you were gonna say. Not always. I'm not always very organized. I try to be. I'm OCD, so I have to be on some level, but some things are. Some things I tend to neglect a little more than I should. I'm loving all these pastels. I don't know how I'm going to choose which ones to carry. These are really pretty. It's making me nervous, the idea of having to put these up, because I just got them in and just took them straight out of the box and on my desk. So when I put them up, like right now they're in numerical order, so I don't have a way of storing them and keeping them in numerical order, so my brain is still trying to like process the possibilities. How can I pack them and keep them as organized as possible? I have no idea. A magnet board so you can see everything. At first, see, that's a good idea. I was actually thinking about doing something similar. I think there was a business or something that posted some kind of like, I think it was like resin pieces, all their glitter and resin pieces on a big board. And it's like, that is genius. So especially with yours being magnets and not permanent, extra genius. Shuffle them around. It's dipping your pen and then rinsing in alcohol. Well, this pen is actually, you can fill it. It's a watercolor pen, but I filled mine with rubbing alcohol. So I dip it in the alcohol ink to swatch it. But then when I come over here, I basically just squeeze the pen and some alcohol ink comes out, and I can just wash it off on the paper, essentially. My cat is playing in bubble wrap. I kept the box these came in so they could play with it because, of course, they're cats and they're going to. But I didn't put the bubble wrap up yet, so one is in the box, one is playing in the bubble wrap. Just fill it with alcohol, yeah. Yep. This looks like it's going to be a gorgeous color. Ooh, yes. See, I'm a sucker for teals. I love this one. Do you know when you'll start selling them and what your prices will be set at? Not yet. I need to get a final quote from them. It really depends on how much I'm ordering and how I have it shipped to me. You can ship by sea or by air, and by air is more expensive, but it's a lot quicker, whereas by sea is like a month. So it kind of depends. But I want to start selling them as soon as possible, so I'm going to try and figure out my lines, because I'm going to sell them in sets. I don't know if they're going to be sets of 5 or how I'm going to do it. But I know I do want to carry a white and black. And I really want to carry a gray line, so I'm kind of figuring, I need to figure out all the details. But I do not want to price them more than I'd be willing to pay myself, and I'm cheap, so they're not going to be like extra expensive or anything. I try to keep everything affordable. If I wouldn't pay for it, then if I can't list it at a price that I'm willing to pay for it, then I'm not going to carry it in the shop. That's kind of my rule of thumb. This blue is pretty. It's really, really light. You need more. We always need more. Always need more. Never enough options. $183. When I was in elementary school, my favorite crayon was Circuline, and this is totally giving me Circuline vibes. They call it, I don't know how you put a PH and a TH together. I don't know how to pronounce this. Phthalo Blue? Have you guys heard of that word before? Why don't you focus? There we go. It's a really weird word. Oh, this looks very similar to the last one. Oh, maybe not when it dries. When it's wet, it looks like it's the same color. I wish my paper towel was white instead of blue. I can see all these colors. It looks pretty over there. Okay, this one, what do they call this one? Pale pink light. There's a lot of extra descriptors to say that it's a light pink. 196. This is like a peachy pink. This is really pretty. Ew, I like it. Very pretty color. And that one, really pretty. It's kind of hard to see it from way down here, but that and the mint together, 196 and 172. Yeah, those are really pretty together. I need to make some notes. I really like this one. I don't want to, I need, you know what, I can write on this. What did I say? 96 and 172. I shall make notes. Tender pink. It was very bold pink. I'm getting to the point when I'm cleaning off my pen, like, I'm careful where I clean it off because I want to, like, build the beautiful chaos that's going on over here. My trash must look pretty. We go straight from 198 to 301. That's an interesting color. It's not quite mustardy. It's like a lot more yellow in it, but it's like if mustard was a wood grain. That's what I would expect it to look like. 334, the burnt orange color looks interesting. 334. Where are we? I don't even see 334. I see 343. Am I blind? Oh, here it is. Yes, this one is pretty. I will get to that. My original plan was to do a light earth tone line and a dark earth tone line, and then white and black, but I don't feel like that's very, like there's enough variety there. I definitely want like some blush tones, like pastel earthy tones or whatever. That much I do know. That's all that I know 100%. So I'm hoping some more of these colors will speak to me, like that pink, because that pink was beautiful. This one. I'm not even a pink person. Yeah, like blue is primarily my thing. Blue and teal. A dog out there yelling at somebody. My dogs are weird. One of my dogs, if you're outside, Dakota will raise hell at you. But if you're inside, she like hides in a corner somewhere. Now Roxy is the complete opposite. If you're outside, she is your best friend. But if you are inside, she will raise hell. Well, while you're trying to get inside. Once you get inside, she'll like you. If I have my front door open and somebody's delivering something, oh my gosh, the dog is loud. The whole neighborhood knows I get a delivery. This says GY on it, which makes me think like maybe they're trying to say gray yellow, but it's pretty yellow. I love mints, peachy tones, mermaid colors, blues, purples, and teals. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. See, the peachy tones for me, it's kind of a new thing. I used to not be into that kind of thing, but now, I don't know. I'm getting old and my tastes are changing. So I'm with you on that all the way. I've never been a girly girl, so for me to like pink and peach, it's weird. I am adjusting. My spawn is all about purple. He wanted me to paint his room purple. We ended up going monotone in his room, so no purple walls. But my husband is all about red and black and baby blue. Primarily red though. Oh, this doesn't even look like it's on my brush. 306. This is a very light color. I don't know that this would really show up anywhere. I feel like it would just dissipate in some resin. In high school, I was lime green, then hot pink, then purple, and now those. I don't know if I ever had the hot pink, but I definitely had the lime green for a long time. Purple. I don't know if I ever had a purple either. Oh, it's definitely lime green for a very long time. Actually, when I was younger, I think I had a hot pink face. Back in the Lisa Frank days. I love me some Lisa Frank. I kind of phased. I think my colors kind of changed according to the rainbow. Like I went from green to teal. The last 4 colors. The 4th row down of these. Like this one kind of stands out, but the rest of these are so similar. That one is very similar to this one, but it's bolder. It's brighter. This one is just very unique to me because it's a pastel, but it has almost like a highlighter vibrancy, but in a subtle way. The row under that one? Oh, these, yes. That's why I have notes under all those. Because I love those together. Oh, 4th row down. I'm a dumbass, yes, that one. I actually like these greens together too. I'm trying to figure out because the other pages, let's see. These are what I started with. And the only one on here that really spoke to me was this one, which of course is similar to the one that I just marked. But these are all pretty dark. And they look average. They don't look like unique colors to me. I think maybe you can see that better now. Could make a beautiful galaxy swirl. Yes, it would. 53. It is a unique green. It's almost like an emerald. And of course I have a lot of notes on this one because I'm currently in my teal phase. But that one would actually probably be really pretty with that pink. I don't know what that pink was offhand. But that's a pretty one for a dark earth tone. But these are the other ones I was looking for, the earth pastels, which may, I don't know, those are like traditional pastels and that one's earthy pastels. But I do like these two. The whole page. Yes. These purples here are beautiful the way they combine with pink, like they're kind of on the verge, which is awesome. And then these guys. Yeah, that page before this one was on La La Land, as you can tell by all the notes. They were all very beautiful. That's primarily like this section here. That's what that was. $307. Another very light color. See, working on paper, these colors would be great, but with the resin, probably not so much. I keep telling myself to go grab one of my old phones and use that for my live so I can still have access to my cell phone. But no, my dumb ass forgets every fucking time. See this is WG, which to me says warm gray, which is weird because there's a whole line of warm grays. Why do we have this kind of singled out over here? If I ever hit the lotto, I'll still be broke between ink and glitters. No, I know that feeling very well. Very, very well. It's like, oh, what can I get now? Yes, yes, that's a good idea. I do the same thing. Well, sometimes because I run out of it, I'll use acrylic paint, like white acrylic paint. But if I have the inks, then yes, I agree with you 100%. Super helpful. Those are the inks that I have right now, are the Pinata inks. And some of the Tim Holtz ones. Primarily the wood grains, I believe. I try not to use acrylic paint in my stuff, but if I don't use a lot, it's okay. You only need like a tiny little dot and it does its job. It's weird how a tiny little dot of paint in this big old thing of resin is plenty to make an effect. I made some black and neon cups the other day and adding the white really made the neons pop. Yes. Ooh, black and neon. I love that combo. Somebody showed me a black and neon cup they did the other day, and it reminded me of like bowling in the 90s, like cosmic bowling. It was awesome. And back to Lisa Frank days, yes. Yep. Lisa Frank wasn't too big on blacks, but those neons, absolutely. Like that 90s cup that I did. Do I have it? I need to show it to you real quick. I tried to do neon in the, not neon, a pastel kind of like ombre, probably about 5 colors going around the cup, ombreing into each other. But my pastels, they are so gorgeous. But they don't show up without like a similar color behind it. And I did them on white. So I'm really disappointed my background on my cup looks white instead of the colors that I wanted. With my neons though, yes, white, absolutely. Okay, this was my 90s cup. 90s kids. You can kind of tell the background how it kind of fades, like that's more green. I think that was blue or purple. But this boombox is probably my favorite thing. I don't know. I love the colors on it. A storage can. I love a friggin' storage can. But I'm going to go live tonight and do another one of these, except they want BET instead of MTV. So that'll be different. But otherwise, I'll be live again working on one of these. Surge? Yes. Yep. What was that? Clueless. That movie Clueless. That was her thing. You one of those pins with the fluffy shit on the end of it. Alicia Silverstone. There's another one of those peachy pinks that are gorgeous. I feel like I need just like a floral palette, but I don't know, the whole vibe of my site isn't very feminine, so it's kind of weird for me to be wanting to go for florals. Your favorite movie as a teen? I don't know what my favorite movie was. I know Rush Hour 2 was probably one of my favorite movies. I loved that movie. Oh my gosh, with Chris, what's his name in it? I forgot his name. I'm gonna smack myself when I find out because I know his freaking name. $312. Tucker, Chris Tucker. I could quote that whole freaking movie. I'm into morbid shit. True crime, horror, ghost hunting, but I still love a girly side too. Yep. That's me. But my girly side's kind of hidden. I don't know. Like it's there, but it's not visible often. Like my husband, he, which is kind of weird, I guess, maybe it's weird in the sense of tradition, but he doesn't know much about cars. When it comes to the vehicles, like, well, with some things, I fix them. He doesn't know too much about that stuff. But I've also got to the point where for a while my brothers would actually fix my truck for me, so I got out of the habit of fixing it just because they were there. So I need to kind of refresh myself on a lot of shit. But the basic shit, you know, changing oil, replacing an alternator and all that kind of shit. That stuff I can do. It's the big shit that I have trouble with. I wish I knew cars and carpentry. No need for a man. Yeah, it's super useful. In high school, most of my friends were guys, so we'd always hang out, and you know, that's what we find ourselves doing a lot of the times, is working on cars. My first car I bought was a Mustang, so of course, you know, I have to do stuff to it. So they were helping me, and that's where I learned most of my stuff is from them. And then I taught my brothers. My brothers are 9 years younger than me. They're twins. So I taught them what I knew, and then they ran with it. Far surpassed me. So then they started helping me instead of me helping them. And then I got spoiled because they would pretty much do everything for me after that. Kind of jealous, not gonna lie. It's useful information. It's really not that hard to figure out. It's stuff that I don't know how to do. I can YouTube it and figure it out. It's really not difficult. It's not too difficult. It helps to have some basic knowledge on how it works. But as far as like doing parts and stuff, like switching stuff out, no, it's easy. You can follow a video. It's really not that intimidating. I wanted to take auto shop in high school, but they wouldn't let me. I don't know why. I'm assuming because I was a girl, but I'm trying not to go there. So I ended up taking guitar instead to learn how to play guitar. Which is fun, so I can teach. I'm teaching my son guitar now. This is 3:15. No brothers, no guy friends. You need to find yourself a tomboy. You find yourself a me. Then you can kind of get the same. I'm over here trying to dip my pen into a lid. You get the same shit. Oh, this looks like it's gonna be pretty. For a tomboy. My dad, he used to ask me if I was lesbian. Nope. Sorry, Dad. There's still a chance I might get pregnant, not lesbian. Yes. Same. Very much the same. It's, my husband has a hard time with that because there's so many things I just do and he feels like he doesn't have a part in a lot of things. And he feels some kind of way about it. So sometimes I have to kind of be like, hey, can you help me with this? Even though I don't need help with it. Kind of make him feel good. Sometimes I forget and I just get caught up in doing things and I don't know. It's a habit. I don't think about it. I used to be by myself. He tries. He does try. Even with the vehicle, like when I'm not there working on something, he'll take over. Like if it's changing a tire or something that he can do, he'll take over. I don't want to be changing no tire anyway, and I can't lift things like I used to, so it's probably better for him to do it. He's strong. I call him my bouncer. Because he's big and scary. So he's my bouncer. He looks big and scary. He's not. I'm actually gonna go live with him. I went live with him not too long ago, and we glittered his beard for Pride Month. We did like a rainbow glitter on his beard. And I believe I have that whole live posted on YouTube. I'm not sure. If not, I need to do that. But we're gonna go live with him. Oh, what is today? I have to go live tonight and Friday. So Saturday night, he and I are gonna go live again, and I'm gonna have him do a template tumbler. And he's never done anything with a tumbler before other than drink out of one. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have him do a template with me. So that's gonna be fun. All right, one more page down. This color, I mean, it's bold, but it's kind of muted, but the ink looks hot pink. And I'm really disappointed in this one. This is like the only cap that doesn't really match the color that came out. It's weird. So I'm definitely not ordering that one. It's always a no. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Most of the time with my husband it's the same. But I don't know, every once in a while he gets on this little I want to be involved kick, and then he volunteers for some shit. 318. 319. Yep. 100%. He's like, can you schedule some time for me? Can my days off be your days off? I'm like, well, yeah, but you're usually sitting here watching TV, so why can't I just go do my stuff? I'm not a TV person. I don't like TV. I feel very unproductive watching TV. I'd much rather be sitting here doing something, listening to music. So I am an audiophile. I am a music whore. I love my music. Find a hobby to entertain you or participate with me. Yes. Yes. They need hobbies. Some men have hobbies. They're always out doing it, and then their wives are complaining that they're never home. So I guess there's like, I don't know, there needs to be middle grounds maybe. I don't know. That's one of those things. Maybe we'll just never be happy. It's one of those. You always want more or less than what you got. I can see some truth in that. For me anyway. You're always one step away from perfect, this feels like. I really like this 320 color. It's like a mossy green. Here. First 3 years we were together, he was gone all the time fishing and never said a word. Now I have a hobby in the house and he's triggered by it. Yep. Tell him to go fish. Play a card game. Go fish. I don't know which one of these I like more. I really like both of these colors. This one's more gray. Oh, it says GY. Green yellow? Gray yellow? Maybe it means, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Men are crazy relationships, crazy life, a great yes. That one, which one? 320 or 321? I'm leaning towards 320 for the Earth Pastels, but I definitely am vibing with this color. 321. When I feel some kind of way about the color, but I can't put it to words, I just put a plus sign underneath it. And so it's like my note to self. Something's cool about this shit. That's what my plus sign means. Something about this is cool. I put way too much ink on this shit, didn't I? Yeah. 322. I don't know, I'm loving all these greens. $321. I'm a sucker for those neutrals. They're just very inspiring and motivating for me, so I feel you on that. 321. Ooh, this one looks like it's gonna be pretty. That cap. Let's see. It almost looks teal, but I think it's gonna be more pastel than bold. I know the ink looks gold. 323. I like this. Yes, it's like a pastel teal. But this one says GY too. What the hell does GY mean on a blue lid? I don't understand. Maybe ran out of ideas, who knows? Dang it, I have so many options. 323, and you haven't even swatched it yet. 323, oh yes. I like this. I don't know, man, they're all speaking to me at this point. Like, I'm really confused. Maybe I just need to keep going because maybe I can do an earthy line. I mean, I don't know. See, now I'm thinking maybe not go pastel earthy and just go earthy, because you can make them pastel by adding alcohol. So it would make it more versatile. I don't know. Too many options. I think too much. I am my own worst enemy. A succulent bundle? Ooh, I like that idea, actually. That is kind of genius. That is genius. Not kind of. It is genius. Oh my gosh. This color too. These blues and greens. Ugh. Decisions. This one's really, really light. So this one's probably not going to make the cut just because of that. But I had to dip it 3 times just to get that in there. It is really pretty. Succulent bundle is genius. But at the same time, I do have to kind of keep it vibing with the site and the names of everything. So how am I going to do that? I have to find a way to make it like apothecary in a sense. Man, I want to put notes on all of these colors, but I don't know. Blues and greens to make a good succulent bundle, then you can still have a separate earthy bundle. So yeah, that's very true. Oh, see, this is a nice alternative to 324 because it carries its color better without me having to dip it like 5 times. I like them. Ooh, this looks like a bold blue in the middle of all these pastels. Oh, we're starting to get a little bit darker. I'm really looking forward to that 338 over there. I wanted to skip straight to that one because that's kind of the inspiration behind the whole bundle in the first place. Look at your side again and see if I can figure out a way to like them. 326. Most of my glitters, like my holographic glitters, are named after horror icons. My chunky holos are. My fine holos are all named after haunted locations, famous haunted locations. Like my neons are named after poisons, and my iridescent neons are named after flowers that are poisonous if you consume them. But then you have words like my pastel iridescent bundle is like harmony, balance, energy, manifest. So it's like there's a good mix of shit going on. $327. I feel like every time I start a new page, I squeeze more colors on one line. I had 8 here. I had 7 there. 7, 7, 8. Where am I at now? 9? Okay. $327. Oh, this is way too bold for my earthy ones, but it's very pretty. I like them. Thank you for the likes. $328. This looks like a, almost looks nude, but I feel like it's gonna be a brown. Yeah, kind of mix of both, like a nude brown. Almost like if cherry wood decided to be a skin tone. That's what this looks like. Come on, there we go. My 8 does not look like an 8. What is this? 329. I'm nearing closer to the end. Oh, this one's interesting. I'm enjoying this color. Okay. 330. Nice, pretty nude color. Oop, put my lid on sideways. Oh, looks like it's gonna be a very, very soft pink. Almost looks fluorescent in the bottle. Oh, so there's nothing on my pen. 331. Very soft pink. Great on paper, but probably won't be so great on resin. Cat, what are you doing? It's an odd corner for you to be laying in. A smudging bundle. That sounds genius. Oh shit, I'm gonna lose my pen. I have to screenshot this on my iPad so I can remember that, because I'm never gonna remember that. Alright. I'm filming on my phone and it's like way above my head. My head's like right here. So I can't see shit on that thing. So I'm watching on my iPad, which is over there. 331, 332. Yeah, that's genius. That I like. White sage, Yerba Santa. See, I don't even know anything about half that shit you put on there, but it sounds great. I'm gonna have to get Googling for sure. 332. Decent idea sometimes. Yes. They're with you. Every once in a while, they'll go up and they'll come spilling out. Ew, this one looks promising. 333. It's pretty pink. Here I am with pinks again. See, it's how I know I'm getting old. I actually like pinks. This looks like the blush color that my mom used to use. As long as I can remember, her blush looked like this. Whoa, it's very dark. Not what I was anticipating. It doesn't really lighten very much. It stays bold. Weird. Well, I thought it was going to be a good one. Different shades of greens and purples. Like, oh, okay. See? There you go. So I can do the succulent bundle. Good. Because I wrote that on my notes when you were on my website somewhere. Succulent. Except now it's driving me nuts because my weird, scratchy bullshit is on the inside. Oh, here's a 334. Was it you that wanted to see that burnt orange? 334. That is this one. Ew, very pretty. I'll bring it up to the camera in a second. This one does not want to get off my brush. There it goes. Let's see if this thing will focus. I love that, more of a dark coral than a burnt orange in the lid, but still very pretty. Yes. It is kind of a dark coral. I wouldn't have put that together, but yes, it is. See, that would go great with like a regular earth tone. This is difficult. All these ideas. Can I just make all the bundles? Can I just buy them all? I want to do that. I want to buy them all. $3.35. These very, very light ones I would love to work with on paper, but they're not going to work for resin, so I can't use it for that, which helps me a little bit. Your choice, not mine, because I would want them. Girl, I am struggling. I am struggling for real. I am very impulsive, and I want to buy all the things all the time. Originally, I looked at like this color chart they gave me, and I picked out, I think it was like 20 different colors. I'm like, just send me these 20 samples. So I thought that's what I wanted. But then I got to thinking, number one, I want them all. Number two, I need excuses to want them all. So I decided to buy them all, because next time I need to increase my line and buy more, I would need to order more samples. Or what if I don't like the samples that I have, right? So order them all. So I justified it. And now I sit here with 235 alcohol inks that I have to sample because of my impulsiveness. Because most have a green or blue tone. Yes. Yes, 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 they do. And they do have, they've got warm, cool, blue, and green tone grays. They've got like 4 different lines here. And then they have some grays mixed in. Like this. This is WG, which I assume is a warm gray. And I've got a couple other ones. Like that one and that one and that one. That one's CG, cool gray. I assume. I am almost to the grays. I'm on 336. 348 starts the first gray, which is a blue gray. My line is crooked. This one looks pretty. It's freaking light. It is really pretty, but it's very light. Ew, but it's not like really, really light. I guess it depends on what you do with it. It might be too light to use. For resin. Using it in a mold, I don't know how well it's going to work because it'll probably disperse. But if you're using it to paint on a tumbler, it'd be different, I think. And 338 is the color I have been dying to get to. This sort of reminds me of the spray paint that everybody is trying to get from Rust-Oleum, but it's always sold out. So let's see how that works. Oh, this is not exactly what I was thinking. I was kind of hoping it would be more earthy. $338. I mean, it's okay. It's the grays that Bizarre Mod 4 has a live that starts at 11. Most of my lives I download and post on YouTube, so you can still go back and check it if you want to. French lilac. It looks kind of like, I mean, I would describe it as a French lilac. It just says P. You're talking about the spray paint, because I have no idea what the spray paint's called. Every time I see a tumbler of that color, and I always compliment them, they're like, thanks, it's that spray paint that we can never find. I'm like, oh, it's that one. They told me the name of it too, I just forget what it is. I need to get myself some of that spray paint, apparently. Or at least acrylic paint in a similar color. Doesn't have to be spray paint. It is a very, very pretty color. $3.39. What time is it? It's not even 11 yet? Oh, it's almost 11. Oh wait, it is 11 here. It's 11:03 here. Where are you at? We're in Florida. We're in North Florida. Oh, maybe this will be close to the color if it lightens up. Gotta go. Can't wait to see what colors you stock. Have a great day. You too, if you're not gone already. But check YouTube, I'll post it on there if you're still here. I need to make sure I'm following YouTube. I don't know if I am. Whoa, that's not at all like the cap color. That's not even close to that. Wow. Very different. Holy shit, it's like dyed my whole pen. Get off. We'll contaminate everything else with pink stuff. That's better. Okay. This one looks like it's also going to be darker than it should be, but I guess we'll find out. It doesn't match the cap color either, which I'm kind of disappointed about because most of these do. I don't want to carry one if the cap doesn't match it. So that counts you out. This one is a pretty pink. 342. It's not earthy. But it's pretty. Alright, I'm nearing the end of this chaos. This is the last of that row, and then I have 4 more rows to go, and the last row is not complete. It's about 2 shy, I think. And one of those is clear, so I'm not swatching that. It's probably straight alcohol. This is 343. A very sunny color. So we're back to actually matching the caps again. That one's pretty accurate. whichever ones I order for the site. That is definitely a requirement that the cap is true to the color. Every 44. Kind of a mustardy color. Like a honey mustard color. This looks like a very, very pale yellow. Let's see. Not so pale. $3.45. This one has a lot of ink around the rim though, I don't know why. $3.46. I'm gonna set my arm in some alcohol ink. $3.46. I have one more, and then I'm finally into the grays, which I am very excited to get the grays. It looks like blue gray. Oh, maybe two more. One's gray, but it's not the blue gray line. Actually, looks kind of green. This is $3.47. All right, this does look very greenish and teal. So let's see. Oh, looks like there's a lot on here. 348. This is weird to say, but some of these colors come out very wet. Like they just spread. And I don't understand what makes it do that. Maybe more alcohol and less pigment? I'm not sure. I do not know how that works. All right, finally in the blue grays. Need to hydrate. All right. First, blue gray. Looks very pretty. It is very pretty. But I do want to carry a monotone line of grays, so I don't think these blue grays are going to be the ones that I put in the shop. At least not first. Because these are all my samples that I ordered. I don't know if you guys have been here from the beginning or not. But these are samples that I ordered so I can choose what colors that I want to carry in the shop. And while I am loving these blue grays, I don't think they're going to be first pick. Because my first grays I want monotone. And as the name states, they have a blue hue. But cool grays also have a blue hue, so I don't know what the difference in cool gray and blue gray is, unless it's just less blue. I don't know. Blue gray 5. That first one looks really green. This one, the 348, that one does look really green. It says it's a gray. It's not part of the blue gray line. The blue grays start here, but it says GY, which I assume is gray. It does look very green. I like it. I just wouldn't call it gray. The last one, I do too. Almost looks like a blue steel color. This one, blue gray 7. Ooh, it's darker. I like this color. With some ink. Dang it. This is why I really need to do swatches. Yes, they are super helpful. If I need the time to do stuff like this, it's easy to put it off because it's easy to label it as necessary. Because lids and bottles are deceiving. Some of them are, and up until like this point, I think there were only maybe 2 that were deceiving. Usually they're pretty spot on. Most of them are, but that's one of the requirements. When I carry these, when I choose which ones I carry in the shop, if the lid does not match what comes out of it, then I don't want it. I don't want that. 9. I feel like it has the potential to be this color if it's not intense, like watered down. But this lid actually looks like that color more than it does this one. I have a full Excel workbook of my glitters, rhinestones, clays, but you can't add color. You can add color in Excel. You have to color the whole cell. Like on my glitter, when I order, I have all my glitter in an Excel sheet too. But like you can color the background of a cell. I just have its own column and I color the background of the cell to the left of the name, whatever color that it's going to be. You just have to use that RGB chart to kind of find the exact color rather than choosing from the presets they have for you. This is a green gray. Let me see how this one compares. GG1. Ooh, this comes spilling out. Okay. Super light. GG1. Can you get the exact color? Yeah, it took me a minute to realize that's an option too, but there is a little icon somewhere above the chart, the presets, I believe, that you can click on. Then you can choose from that weird, you know, rainbow chart thingy with a slider what color you want. You can definitely see the green in these green grays. This would be 3. Now this is gonna be a 2-week project. Yes, it is. It always is. And then my dumbass will go in there and organize my shit several different ways on several different spreadsheets. So then when I get something new, I have to update it on several different spreadsheets. I just need to be less complicated. Yeah, you could upload photos too, if photos are easier, instead of using the color chart thing. You just have to go to, I think it's the insert menu, insert image. So you went from 1 to 3 to 5. It seems like quite a jump. At least it's true to the lid color though. Same thing I'm OCD about it, yes. Some of, I have one chart that I used the color chart for, and then I have the main one that I order from, I use photos. So it kind of depends on what I'm doing. I do both. But then you start picking the color off that color chart, and you're all OCD because it's like, nope, it's not exact, and it's really hard to get exact with glitter because, you know, you have the highs and lows, the parts that are sparkling are really light, and the parts that aren't are really dark, so like, what color do you actually choose? So sometimes it's easier just to do a photo, depending on how intense the OCD is. So I'm diagnosed OCD, so I understand that shit 100%. That's your problem. Yes, I understand. Green Gray? I thought I said Green Day. Damn it, now I gotta listen to some Green Day. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. 9. This looks very close to 7. It's darker, but it looks very close to it. Like these two were very light and they kind of went well in succession. That one kind of jumped. And then these two went well together, and that one's so close to that one, like, they could have done better on these. Green Gray. Okay, so now we're going into... I'm confused. Are these upside down? Cool Gray. Did I get these mixed up? Dang it, I did get them mixed up. I have Cool Grays mixed with Green Grays. Okay, let me start over. That's why my colors are jumping everywhere, because my dumbass ain't paying attention to what I'm doing. Green, 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 Cool Gray. 2, 3. These are in order. Did I just jump? I think I just jumped ahead and not paid attention to what I was doing. Blue gray. Those are fine. Green gray, 1, 3, 5, 7. That's fine. Oh no, it's only this one, maybe? What did I do? I think I did it right. I think I'm just losing my mind. Very possible. You almost can't tell it apart. Yeah, you really can't. Even the lids, though. At least the lids are accurate. You almost can't tell those apart either. No, I think I did it right. I think I'm just not paying close enough attention to what I'm doing. 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, and then this line needs to go up here. Okay, so I'm not entirely crazy. Just a little bit crazy. The resin, yes, they are so useful in resin. I had them right next to me in the bag, but I lost. Oh, I moved it over there somewhere. Eventually, I'm going to go through and all the pieces that I put in resin, I'm going to photograph and put on the website with the listings. Because I feel like you need that, but it's a lot of work. Something I do need to do, but something that I am easily putting off. Alright, cool gray. This isn't even cool gray number 1. This is cool gray 0.5. It's interesting. Okay. My descriptions. Some of my descriptions are kind of boring, but I feel like I try to be descriptive on the ones that are maybe don't photograph as well as I would like, and the ones that are kind of obvious I'm pretty boring on, but I try to put the right information out there because it's difficult sometimes. See, these so far are doing well. And then there's those people who do work with one of the glitters. I'll ask them if I can use their photo on the website too, so then that kind of helps see it in see it in resin. Not all the listings have that yet, but a few of them do. And your OCD, they aren't boring to you. Let's see. Are you going to be like the greens, or are you going to stay? This one looks like it's going to stay. Okay. The cool grays are doing well. I don't know if I would call them monotone, because I feel like they do have a hue, but not intensely. I could probably get away with them being monotone. So far the lids match the color. Three. I feel like the color shows more in the lighter ones. Like the hue, actually. That's what I mean. The hue. The blue tone or whatever, I guess is what I mean. I'm trying to find the right words. Let's see if you match the color. See, these make me happy. These so far. Yes. These are doing their job. I gotta check out, my cart is overflowing. Use the Inspire code. It'll give you 10% off. My dog is wandering around the yard carrying a pillow. An outdoor pillow, but a pillow nonetheless. Okay, last one of the cool ones. Oh, that got dark quick, but I think it still does well sticking with the colors. The cool grays did really well. I'm happy with those. The green grays, not so much. Oh wait, there's more cool grays. Holy shit. Okay. We have a lot of cool grays. I'm new here. What are you doing? I love all of the ink colors. I am going to start carrying inks in the shop. So my impulsive OCD behind decided to order one of every single color that my supplier had to offer. So now I'm over here swatching each color so I can figure out which ones I want to order first for the shop. Probably about 20 different inks. Probably 2 or 3 sets. Maybe 4. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Knowing me, I'm going to go with way more than I planned on because I can't make decisions for the life of me. Ooh, these are getting really dark. I do want a monotone line, and I'm kind of digging these grays here. But I also want an earthy line too. Earthy pastels. 7. My back is like, bitch, you're really still sitting here? You're too old for this shit. Yeah, it's dark. Definitely has some hints of blue in there, which makes sense for the cool grays. One more in this line. I think I have 10 cool grays. I am impressed. That's quite a bit. Ooh, wow, it's very black. It does have a blue hue to it. And it's also the same color as the cap, which is good. Okay, so now we're going to start on the warm grays, which looks like there's also 10 of those. All right, I am on my second to last row. I am almost to the end of 235 inks. This looks like it's going to be very light. Yes. See, when doing my gray line, I don't know if I want to use these super light grays. I don't know how well they're really going to show up in resin when they start spreading. But if you like sponge them on something, this color would be nice. But I feel like you could also water down the color above it, like with alcohol ink, to get the same color maybe. This is an interesting tone to it. I think I'm feeling the cool grays more than the warm grays. I feel like this one jumped kind of quick. And this one's close to the cap color, but not as close as I would have liked it to be. I mean, the mid color and the ombre kind of is the same. But when it dries, it gets better. When you wet, it's just not the same. What inks are these? These are actually sample inks that I ordered from my supplier overseas, so they're not branded. Once I narrow down which ones I want and carry them in the shop, they're going to be, they'll be Cold Glitter branded. Man, I have to get designing a template, and I'm going to be on the live again later this evening working on another 90s template if you guys didn't catch that one last time. Cat. This is the 90s template that I did last time. So I'll be live later tonight doing this again. Only this, they want BET instead of MTV, so that'll be different. Colors might change slightly, but otherwise it'll be the same thing. We're gonna leave off 4. Ooh, that got really dark really quick. Well, it doesn't look too bad once it dries. Kind of stays in succession pretty well. It does look darker than the cap though. Alright. Trying to get the side in view for you guys. I don't know if that does it or not. Let's see. I can't see the phone I'm filming on, so I have to wait for the video to update on my iPad over here. Yeah, there we go. This is 5. Those two are pretty similar. And this is the 6th one out of 10, which also looks very similar to the other two. Okay, so far I think the cool grays are winning for the gray bundle. Every time I try to clean off my brush, I tell myself, you don't have to try so hard to get it clean, because the next color is going to be darker anyway. My dumbass forgets until it's clean. Ew, that's very dark. Two more. Then I am done with the grays. And I think I have 4 more colors. There's 5 more bottles, but one of them is actually transparent. So we need a swatch alcohol. We know what color that is. Ew, very, very dark. But it does blend into a warmer gray. And the mid color matches the cap, so that's a plus. This ink looks like it escaped. Oh, very, very dark. I keep saying that about everyone and they just keep getting darker. Alright, let's clean this guy off. Oh, you know what? I do need to label you. Alright, and that is the last of the warm grays. Now I do need to clean my brush off. All right. Next is, you know what? No, let me do black real quick. Not that I need to swatch black, but I'm not gonna ignore it since I've done everything else. Oops. Does give a nice comparison of how dark the other gray is, though. All right, so now we're gonna go with gold. Mix this one up. Looks like a lot of this is still settled on the bottom. Did you happen to say what ink brand you're using? No, these are actually samples that I ordered from my supplier overseas. So I'm trying to decide what colors that I want to put in the shop. So they will be Cold Glitter branded once I get them in. But right now they're not branded. This gold is really pretty. Do you have any like ink colors that you're looking for but can't find? So I am taking suggestions on colors. Oop, I gotta mix this guy. This one is Silva. These pearl ones, looks like it's just mica in here or something. Mica and alcohol ink maybe? They're really pretty, but they must have settled a lot when they were being shipped to me. The silver mixed a lot quicker than the gold did though. I wonder if it is just mica and alcohol. That'd be really easy to make it yourself. You just need the bottles. I have to experiment with that. All right, and then they sent me a clear and a white, and I'm not swatching clear, so I can go over there. I don't know if the white has any settlement. I don't think so. I'm gonna shake it up anyway. Even though they labeled the white cap Colorless Splendor, which is the same thing they labeled the clear, so I don't know what that's about, but I'm swatching white on white paper. Dumbass. Yeah, you can't see shit. I wonder if I can see it on my towel though. Yeah. You can. You know, this pen I filled up with rubbing alcohol before it started to swatch all of these, and it's only like halfway empty. It's not bad. Okay, so where's my lid? I can't even see my white on there. I should do it on black, actually. I do have black paper. Ew. It shows up and then it just like blends in. Maybe I need to shake it. I'm not sure if it wasn't a porous surface, it would probably show up. It does on my clear mat here. You know what? Let's do this. I have a plastic cutting mat from the dollar store, which is awesome if you're working with resin on your desk and shit. That's what I use it for. There we go. Now we have color. It comes in like a 2-pack of these things for $1. Or $1.25 these days. I have all kinds of things hiding under my green thing. Poster board. Alright, so we don't need you no more. We don't need you no more. Come on. Don't take my inks with you. Over here knocking shit over. Okay. So, what do we have? My back is going to be happy. These are all alcohol inks. I ordered them from my supplier so I can choose what colors that I want to carry in the shop, which is what I'm making all these swatches for. So I will be carrying them as soon as possible. Now that I got all these swatches, I can actually work through and kind of decide where I'm going with the colors. I'm going to move this a bit so we can see the whole thing. There we go. Yeah, if you have suggestions or if there's any colors that you want in inks and can't find, let me know, because I am kind of taking all that into consideration. I have my goals, like my wants, but they can fluctuate. So this was my first set, and this color kind of spoke to me, but there's a color back here that's similar that I really liked, but I didn't want earthy tones, like earthy pastels like this. I really liked that, and those two together were really pretty. So I was thinking about doing like an earth tone pastel set for one of the like bundles, essentially. This one is really weird because look how bright and bold this cap is. But the color did not come out like that. And this bright pink here is this one. But you would think it would be that one. It's very strange. But these four here, they're like traditional pastels, not really earthy pastels, but I'm having a really hard time not like grabbing that set. But I'm really enjoying the vibes down here. It's kind of what I had in mind for the earth tones. This one and this one, 172 and 196. There's you and you. These two together are really pretty. Which someone who was watching earlier pointed these two out to me. And I really like it. So I might stick with these two for one. And that color is really pretty too. And then this is the end of the set with my white that you can't see. And I was thinking about doing a gray line as well, but this is like the green grays, which I'm totally not feeling. And you have these blue grays that are heavy on the blue, but I'm kind of feeling the cool gray line, which kind of extends here and then here. Which I might just pick 5 out of those 4. Maybe ditch this first one and kind of do those. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I want as as monotone as possible, and these warm grays are just too something. But oh, and that green, and now my brain. See, those look so pretty together. I have to make decisions. Decisions are hard for me because I want everything. I need an earthy orange. I feel like it's gonna be a brown tone color. I don't know. I have to play with it and kind of swatch everything together. But 235 alcohol inks are now officially swatched. So many options. So, and I will be on again later on this evening to do another 90s Tumblr. Except this will be BET instead of MTV. But I'll be on later on for that. I'll be on 3 days in a row. I'll be on again tonight for this. I'll be on tomorrow doing a template, but I'm not sure which one yet. And then Saturday, I'm going on with my husband, who is going to do a template Tumblr for the very first time ever. And we'll see how scary that's going to be. So that is coming soon. But this is the whole mess. Let me grab my phone off of here. This is the whole mess of inks. It's a lot. So I have to narrow this down to like maybe 20, 30, something like that. And that's what I'll put in the shop. So if you guys have any suggestions on inks, or if you have any colors that you've been wanting but you can't really find, let me know. And I will take that into consideration when kind of picking out which ones I'm going to put in the shop. Excuse me. And I'll also have something else coming to the shop soon. I know you can't tell what it is, but I do have something else fun coming. Something fun and different. So stay tuned for all that. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here and clean off my desk so I can prep for the live tonight and that will probably be around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock if you guys want to join in Eastern time. But thanks for joining me. You guys have a good day.